Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful Sunday night broadcast from Market America and Shop.com. My name is Dr. Deedra Mason, and I am the Director of Nutrimetrics, which is the professional division of Market America. But today, I am live with you to discuss the Heart Health Advantage. Now, when we think about heart health, when we think about well-being, there's so many different factors that fall into this, right? Age, gender, family history. But there's also some common threads on the other side of the coin on health, well-being, things that we can do and steps that we can take each and every day for ourselves as well as for our family to be able to ultimately support heart health. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. As I said, my name is Dr. Deedra Mason. I am the Director of Nutrimetrics and Clinical Education. I'm a graduate of the National University of Natural Medicine and a physician as well as an educator. I work with practitioners to help them find a solution, a longevity solution, a health and well-being solution, but always a lifestyle solution to their patients' chronic needs, right? Chronic complaints. And today I want to share with you one of the most common concerns that individuals, practitioners, and patients and family members alike have, which is a concern about cardiovascular health and well-being into their 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's important that I let you know that today's presentation is not approved by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, and I will not be making any claims about treating, curing, or mitigating a disease, but instead want to talk to you about a complex subject of how to stay healthy, cardiovascularly healthy, metabolically healthy, ultimately have the metabolic flexibility for health and well-being. But to do that, we have to answer some really important questions. I mentioned that family history plays a role in cardiovascular decline. Blood sugars play a role in cardiovascular health, longevity, decline, stress, weight, all of these things play a role. How physically fit are you? How well do you move? How easy is it for you to move under your mask? Well, this is why we have to, when we look at cardiovascular health and well-being and make a decision about what supplements, lifestyle choices are right for us, we need to know which came first, the chicken or the egg. Well, you'll notice here that everyone is individual and that we can't have a solution that's going to fit for everybody. In fact, just like we're looking here, chicken or an egg scenario, there's always going to be that one independent risk factor that is your independent risk factor. The one thing that you're going to change today to support cardiovascular health and well-being. And so we're going to look at cardiovascular health as an individual response. We're not going to look at the one size fits all. But when it comes to supplementation, as I said, there's often common threads. And so whether you have a blood sugar concern, an inflammation concern, you're overly stressed concern, or you have extra inches or centimeters around the middle, we have a solution that can help you achieve your very best cardiovascular and metabolic self. It's pretty complicated. And that's why we want to make sure that you have all of the data, all of the information, and that you get all of your questions asked. When it comes to cardiovascular health, tonight we're going to focus on something called oxidative stress. Some people refer to this as free radical damage. Some people refer to it as poor detoxification pathways. Both come together and play a role in your cardiovascular health, whether you are up or down when it comes to cardiovascular well-being. Tonight, we're going to talk about blood sugars, blood levels, and making sure that we understand that it's not just fat that plays a role in cardiovascular decline, but those overly sugary drinks and foods have are just as big of a culprit, and they may be that one thing, that independent risk factor for you. We're going to talk about stress and we're going to talk about weight. We're going to talk about how all of these things converge together to allow your cardiovascular system to perform at its very best. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Heart Health advantage. So when you look for something that you want to support your cardiovascular health, something that you think about giving to family and friends, you want to make sure that there's clinical evidence and proven results. You want to make sure that you're using the very best of ingredients and formulations, and that there's research behind what we're doing. And that's why I want to start off by talking to you about the Heart Health Advanced Coenzyme Q10, an incredible coenzyme Q10 that's going to work on solutions related to cardiovascular performance, endurance, as well as blood sugar health and well-being. Tonight, we're going to talk about the cellular benefits of coenzyme Q10, because there are benefits both in the cardiovascular system as well as in energy metabolism. So how well are you burning the fuel that you feed yourself? If we can make a deal, but you're going to improve quality of food, let's make sure that you also utilize that food appropriately, that you have the energy to allow your muscles to function, your blood sugar to function, your brain to function, and of course, your heart to function. In fact, the heart muscle is of critical importance, making coenzyme Q10 of critical importance. Coenzyme Q10 is beneficial to your cardiovascular system because it assists cardiovascular endurance. It's in fact coenzyme Q10 that is the energy in each one of those heart cells that allows it to pump and relax, to work and then relax and allow a chain of events to take place. Energy chains, blood pumping chains. Ultimately, coenzyme Q10 is clinically supported in assisting you in better or improved cardiovascular health and well-being, as well as working with brain function and metabolic function to make sure that you are your very best you. Coenzyme Q10 involves complicated network of processes. And so we need to make sure that we understand where they coincide or work alongside and coordinate with those same enzymes that make cholesterol, but also allow you to use cholesterol effectively. The problem with coenzyme Q10 outside of dietary choices is it's pretty difficult to absorb. Now, I do want you to know that there's some fantastic ways through fish that you can get coenzyme Q10. If you're a dairy eater, you're going to get some coenzyme Q10. It's just never considered the best source to do it through dairy because of the way dairy is processed. Meat, that is a source of coenzyme Q10 for many individuals. The problem is, most people won't absorb it from food based on the health of their gastrointestinal tract or just simply the limitations of absorbing coenzyme Q10. If you're a vegetarian, you need to find sources of coenzyme Q10 that match with you. Because of coenzyme Q10's unique waxy and fat-soluble structure, it's actually quite difficult to digest and ultimately absorb. So this lipophilic, and that just means fat-loving, this lipophilic nature makes it difficult on average for people to absorb. Would you be surprised to know that whether it's through supplementation or otherwise, only about 6% of coenzyme Q10, without some effort to mobilize it across the cell membrane, is absorbed from the gut, moved into the bloodstream. For that reason, we need to start looking at better ways to absorb coenzyme Q10. When we look at supplement choices, they're highly variable on the market, right? Whether or not they are large molecules or small molecules. See, here's the thing with coenzyme Q10. Depending on the size of that molecule, it makes it harder and harder for you to be able to absorb. In addition to that, coenzyme Q10's absorption, even when you get the molecular size right, it relies on stomach contents to be able to be absorbed. So you want to make sure that you've got a formula that is clinically evidenced to be better absorbed, clinically supported to match with other ingredients to assist that transport across a cell membrane and make sure that it gets into your bloodstream. And you want to make sure when it does it, that it's not already oxidized so that it can help you quench free radicals and promote energy. And that's why the Heart Health Advanced Coenzyme Q10 has CoQ-Sol CF. That C and that F stand for crystal free. In addition to that, coenzyme Q10 as the CoQ10 CF brand comes not just with coenzyme Q10 with two major functions in the body, but it's also mixed with D-limonene as well as natural tocopherols. That's another way of saying vitamin E. Coenzyme Q10 is simply an antioxidant that protects LDLs. Now, a lot of people think of LDL as the bad cholesterol. All it really means is low density lipoprotein. And lipoproteins are responsible for transport. But the more dense they are, right, in the transport of cholesterol, the more dense they are, the more problematic that they can become. And so you want something that doesn't just give your body the energy to move and transport cholesterol in a healthy way, give your sex hormones, your brain access to this critical prohormone or cholesterol, the mother of all hormones. You want to also make sure that it's not oxidized, because oxidized fat is some of the worst fat. So not only do we want better transport, which coenzyme Q10 can help us with the energy pathways that allow us to do that, we also want to make sure that the LDLs are not oxidized, making them more dense and more pathogenic. Those are the key factors to using a better coenzyme Q10, like that you find in CoQ10 CF. What makes it so special is D-limonene, extracted from natural citrus fruits. This D-limonene solubilizes, meaning that we can work to make sure that it doesn't crystallize. It's a crystal-free formula. That makes sure that its molecular size is appropriate for absorption, for better bioavailability. In fact, CoQ10 CF is clinically shown to be better or have a higher bioavailability than standard powdered formulas that are on the market. One of the ways that we can stop that oxidation or concern that it will start to oxidize on its own, making sure that it stays shelf stable with better ingredients, not chemical ingredients, is by using natural tocopherols. Vitamin E and coenzyme Q10 are able to volley their antioxidants back and forth, stabilizing each other. So we've got coenzyme Q10 stability and we've got coenzyme Q10 solubility. These are two key factors in making sure your coenzyme Q10 performs for you. In fact, studies show that particle size matters. And even when particle sizes are changed in other formulations to try to improve their bioavailability, they simply can't stay soluble. They crystallize or oxidize, and that doesn't make for good bioavailability. But the combination of CoQ10 CF matched with the D-limonene and the natural tocopherols improves or gives you heightened bioavailability. This, in fact, is a 100% crystal-free formula. Natural food-grade D-limonene acts as that solvent for better solubility, and those natural D-alpha tocopherols, that gives you superior bioavailability. Now, that's not the only thing that we want to do for your heart health. Remember, there are multiple ways that we become ill. And so there's never going to be one thing you do to stay well. And that's why we pair advanced coenzyme Q10 with Heart Health Advanced Lipid Trim, a formula that gives you an alternative for healthy blood vascular tone as well as healthy cardiovascular levels. We want to make sure that we focus on stopping free radical damage that leads to higher rates of cholesterol production. Why does oxidative stress lead to higher rates of oxidative or of cholesterol production? Because it's shown to be a instigator of inflammation or something called endothelial dysfunction. This is where the cardiovascular system, the vessels that are within the cardiovascular system, become inflamed. And in that inflammation, white blood cells go to the area and they start to create what are called foam cells. And this is really just an inflammatory cascade where your body is trying to protect itself. And one of the things that we can do is by utilizing free radical scavengers or antioxidants that also have the ability to slow the rate of cholesterol production, we get a win-win. Because oxidative stress is a normal activity, just like metabolism is a normal activity. We're going to see free radicals be created We just need to make sure that we've got the right nutrients, diet, and health habits on board to make sure that we're able to neutralize those free radicals. And that's why we give you Capras. Capras goes by a lot of names. The clinically evidenced ingredient name is Capras. It goes by amla fruit. It goes by Umbilica berry. It goes by Indian gooseberry. All we know is that the research says this is where it's at. Capras is a patented and standardized ingredient. That means that bottle to bottle and pill to pill, you're going to make sure that you get the amount that you're supposed to get. It's standardized based on clinical evidence. Not only is Capras a standardized ingredient, it has a very high ORAC capacity, meaning it has significant antioxidant potential for both free radicals that are created by oxygen free radicals as well as nitrogen free radicals. In fact, Capras is backed by 10 human clinical trials. That is hugely beneficial to know that you've chosen the right product with the Heart Health Advanced Lipid Trim. One of the other benefits, and I think you can appreciate that while we need to make sure that our heart is functioning well, which is why we rely on the energy from Coenzyme Q10, and we rely on antioxidants to protect us from the production or the overproduction or the overamplification of cholesterol, we also know that stress and endurance are two key factors in cardiovascular health and well-being. We want to lower the stress and we want to improve cardiovascular endurance. Capras in those 10 clinical studies has proven to do just that. It's considered an adaptogenic botanical, meaning it's going to help you adapt to stress. It's going to help boost energy and help you with the ills that lead to cardiovascular decline, like too much stress. It's because of its adaptogenic qualities that it's considered not just a cardiovascular support formula, but also an anti-aging and performance support ingredient. Multi-patented, certified organic, self-affirmed grass. That means generally regarded as safe extract. Indian gooseberry from Capras. Utilizing those clinical studies means that you know you're getting some of the very best ingredients. But nothing in nature acts in exclusion, and that's why we've paired this amazing Capras with prickly pear. Now you may know prickly pear, it's in the cactus family, and it's used and eaten, in particular consumed as tea because of its cardiovascular benefits, its significant nutrient density, and even some weight management benefits by regulating or keeping blood sugars within healthy ranges. Prickly pear is also known as nopal fruit. So you want to think about all of the different things you've heard about traditional remedies for cardiovascular health and well-being. Well, nopal fruit is naturally rich in potassium, which is well regarded as a cardiovascular mineral. Vitamin C, a complex of B vitamins, calcium, magnesium, copper, taurine, hugely impactful for endurance in the cardiovascular muscle, as well as antioxidants, polyflavonoids, as well as polyphenols, as well as flavonoids. It's in fact this antioxidant density that allows it to perform so well for healthy diets and cardiovascular function. Prickly pear has been shown clinically to help maintain both normal cholesterol levels, which is important because we want to stop the oxidative stress that LDL particles are subject to, but we also want to make sure that we're able to keep our blood sugar levels within healthy ranges. It's not just inflammation, oxidative stress, or regular stress, this mental stress that we think of often about the day-to-day wear and tear that leads to cardiovascular concerns, but also bringing in the sugar and how well we tolerate and metabolize sugar. You have an option of storing it or using it, and you want to make sure that you've got something like the nopal fruit or the prickly pear to keep your blood sugars within healthy ranges. Prickly pear is often found in cardiovascular support formulas, blood sugar support formulas, and weight management support formulas. But we didn't stop there with the Heart Health Advanced Lipid Trim. In fact, we have a high density of citrus aurantium in this product. This is a 50% active ingredient of something called hesperidin. Hesperidin, you may know because it is a citrus bioflavonoid that is very beneficial for cardiovascular function, for collagen production, and elasticity of blood vessels. In addition to that, hesperidin has been considered one of the better solutions for immune function. It comes naturally from fruit pills of citrus fruits. And these citrus fruits, or the rinds of citrus fruits, are used for many health or a variety of health benefits. While we focus mostly on its antioxidant potential, I do want you to know that hesperidin is also shown to be very good at keeping blood sugars within healthy ranges. And it's why we do what we do. The Heart Health Advanced Lipid Trim has a high concentration of this significant and unique ingredient called hesperidin. What else? Omega-3s. You can't talk about cardiovascular health and well-being without talking about omega-3 fatty acids. Now, there are 3 categories that we're looking at when it comes to omega-3 fatty acids. There's EPA, which many researchers understand to be very beneficial for the brain, the nervous system, as well as the cardiovascular system. It's considered an essential nutrient. Essential means your body cannot make it, so you need to take it. Omega-3 fatty acids cannot be synthesized in the body, which means you need to make sure that you're getting them from diet as well as supplementation. Now, many people will focus on the EPA portion of this product for their joint health, for their muscular health and well-being, for their gastrointestinal health and well-being. DHEA, on the other hand, is considered the neurologic supporter in this ingredient. And while it does play, like EPA, a significant role in cardiovascular health, DHA is a large concentration or a large percentage of the eye or the retina, as well as the brain. And that's why we want to make sure that we've got a good combination of EPA and DHA. Now, you may have heard that ALA from vegetable sources or from plant sources is a better way for me to say that ALA from plant sources like flaxseed is a perfect way for you to support your cardiovascular health and well-being. And it's a really good start. Now, the bulk of the literature still, when it comes to cardiovascular health and well-being, does rely on EPA and DHA, and the literature bears out the heavy lifting is done by fish oil. But ALA, a plant-based oil, is effective at supporting a healthy environment where we can see a decrease in inflammation and improvement or movement towards the production of EPA and DHA. It takes a lot of effort to get there. So if you are focusing on a heart healthy ALA product from a plant base, you want to make sure that you're also getting heart healthy magnesium and heart healthy B vitamins, and making sure that you're getting zinc. I'm going to have a chance to talk about zinc here in a minute, but you need to make sure that you've got those 3 things on board if you want ALA to turn into EPA and DHA. You need to make sure that you're taking plenty of ALA to be able to get the same benefit that you would get from EPA and DHA. Would you be surprised to know that you need 11 grams of ALA to match simply 300 milligrams of a combination EPA and DHA? So it's worth paying attention to getting your fish oils from a healthy source like we do in the Heart Health omega-3 fatty acids. Who is a good candidate for omega-3 fatty acids? Everybody. But people who are at high risk for heart disease or choose not to eat fish or seafood, they in particular will benefit from an omega-3 supplement. Supplementation with omega-3 fatty acids is a perfect way to make sure that you're getting a proper combination of EPA and DHA, but also a sufficient amount of EPA and DHA. Experts do agree that adequate fish intake or supplement intake of EPA and DHA is a good preventative step towards cardiovascular health and longevity. So if the experts agree we all need to be taking an omega-3 fatty acid, what do we need to agree on? Well, finding a heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acid that gives you solutions of purity, freshness, potency, making sure that it is stabilized, much like we talked about with the Heart Health Coenzyme Q10. Also, this one is stabilized with a natural vitamin E. These D-alpha tocopherols are beneficial to not just be a natural source of vitamin E, which is critically important for cardiovascular health. We don't want a synthetic vitamin E here. We want an isomer that can support and help stop oxidative stress that may make an omega-3 fatty acid less pure or less potent. In addition to that, you want to make sure that that soft gel allows for protection from oxidative stress, and that's why this one is double-walled. You want to make sure that you use an omega-3 fatty acid that has a soft gelatine, so it's easily bioavailable to you. And of course, we want to make sure that we're meeting your cost needs. All of these things go into the Heart Health omega-3 fatty acids with vitamin E in the Heart Health system. There are huge benefits and they're far-reaching. Everything from healthy cholesterol levels, triglyceride levels, to lowering a biomarker of inflammation called C-reactive protein, supports normal blood pressure, whether you are a young individual or you've been taking omega-3 fatty acids for a while. We want to make sure that you're taking the very best one, including one that is independently tested for heavy metals like mercury, lead, PCBs, and other contaminants. You want to know that the omega-3 fatty acids that you're choosing are coming from small fish and that they are wild-caught fish. We're looking for the very best of the best for you, and that's what we've put in the Heart Health omega-3 fatty acids. We brought many of these products together for you, and the special showing of another one in the Heart Health System solution. This is a comprehensive solution that has the advanced lipid trim, the Heart Health omega-3 fatty acids, as well as a unique formulation available only in the Heart Health System called TriActive. This Heart Health System is based on the research behind B vitamins, select botanicals like beta-sitosterol that comes from plant sources, artichoke that comes from, well, artichoke leaf, and making sure that we use a very special and very well-respected botanical called Crataegus. You might also know it as Hawthorne Berry. It is the collection of these B vitamins, these antioxidant-driven botanicals that give you the option of a heart-healthy solution in the TriActive formula. Now, the TriActive formula focuses on arterial tone, healthy levels of cholesterol, and supporting healthy levels of homocysteine. And it's no mistake that I chose to put in a picture of fitness here, because everybody knows that cardiovascular fitness means and does rely on physical fitness. And that physical fitness is what demonstrates neurologic fitness or a healthy brain. All of these things are met and supported with the TriActive ingredients, starting with Hawthorne Berry. This bioflavonoid, the bioflavonoid content that is found in the Hawthorne Berry, aids in supporting healthy blood vessels, in particular, their opening up, their relaxation, or their dilatation. Hawthorne Berry is considered a heart opener. In fact, in ancient remedies, it is used to help with emotional closure of the heart, where we need to open our heart from an energetical standpoint, but from a physical standpoint, Crataegus is also hugely beneficial as a cardiovascular tonic because it supports vascular tone. Crataegus supports other lipid botanicals, but helps them perform better. That's kind of the magic behind the Heart Health System, is that each one of the ingredients was chosen to help amplify the benefits of the other ones chosen. So in particular, something called cystosterols, which are waxy substances that are found in plant products, soybeans, peanuts, or just a couple of examples where you can get cystosterol, just not in a high enough concentration. Avocados are another great source of cystosterol. Well, Hawthorne Berry or Crataegus helps amplify the benefits of beta-cystosterols and sterones in formulations. So whether we're talking about a healthy diet or we're just simply talking about a heart healthy formulation like TriActive, you want to make sure that it was built on science, that there's evidence behind it, and that there's a synergy behind this. So Hawthorne Berry is naturally rich in rutin, something called chlorogenic acid, which if you know anything about weight loss, blood sugar support, and a healthy brain, you know that chlorogenic acid is a huge promoter of health and well-being. There's quercetin, a natural antioxidant in this product that works very well with hesperidin. All of these have a synergy in amongst themselves, but imagine mixing them with the other ingredients in this product. In particular, beta-sitosterol. These two ingredients are very powerful together. Beta-sitosterol is also known as a plant sterol or a plant cholesterol. And what it does is help work with the production of the body's cholesterol, so that if we need to slow down rates of cholesterol production and allow beta-sitosterol to work or function like cholesterol in the body, whether that is repairing a blood vessel or behaving in a way that we create an environment that is cardiovascular friendly, that is blood sugar friendly, and that is brain friendly. In fact, you may be interested to know that the FDA has what's referred to as a qualified health claim about beta-sitosterols. They say that beta-sitosterols found in from natural food sources like soybeans, avocados, right, are have scientific evidence behind them that allows scientific evidence behind them to support the claim that beta-sitosterols can lower LDLs and improve cholesterol rates of production in the body. Now, many people look at a cholesterol test as a liver function test. How well is your liver functioning? Well, to make sure that you're producing cholesterol at a healthy rate and that cholesterol has a healthy activity in the body, you need to make sure that your liver is functioning properly. Certain antioxidants that are found in heart-healthy botanicals like the ones we've discussed are some of the ways that we can support healthy liver cells and therefore healthy cholesterol activity. But one in particular tends to do a lot of the heavy lifting, and that is artichoke leaf. Artichoke leaf in and of itself is very beneficial for the formation of cholesterol as well as to support healthy activity of cholesterol, simply because it's very antioxidant dense. Specific antioxidants are luteolin, cynarin, and silymarin. Yep, silymarin. Silymarin is considered a huge promoter of healthy liver cells. So as we think about age-related concerns or issues of inflammation that may lead to damage, we want to make sure that we've got a good antioxidant on board for both scavenging free radicals as well as detoxifying the body. Artichoke leaf has also been shown to support the process of cholesterol so that it works or functions in a way that supports healthy blood sugar levels as well as healthy cardiovascular levels. So it is in fact these heart-healthy formulas of antioxidants and unique botanicals that are put together that can support a healthy liver, a healthy heart, and healthy blood sugars. While many cardiovascular support formulas want to focus solely on the enzyme that drives cholesterol production, TriActive also supports the enzyme that drives blood sugar or glucose storage in the body. So we want to slow both of these down by supporting both of these enzymes, and artichoke leaf does just that for you. Now, energy and cardiovascular tone, healthy blood sugars, as well as healthy cholesterol go hand in hand with a healthy B vitamin complex. And that's why we've put 8 essential B vitamins in this product. Studies suggest that taking a combination of B vitamins together don't just help you with energy. They go beyond heart health to support detoxification pathways, red blood cell activity, improved immune function, circulation to not just the heart, but the muscles as well as the brain. When we think about the heart health system, We're talking about Heart Health Advanced omega-3 lipotrim, the Heart Health omega-3 fatty acids, and the very unique Heart Health TriActive, all of those found in the heart health system. So whether you're concerned about environmental stress, you're concerned about immune stress, physical stress, oxidative or metabolic stress, or even mental stress, I want you to think of the heart health system. Who should use these types of ingredients? Anyone interested in maintaining cardiovascular health naturally. Anyone wanting a natural and effective way to help support healthy cholesterol levels, as well as support healthy triglyceride and blood sugar levels. Anyone looking to support healthy liver function will find help with the heart health system. Heart health nutrients are designed and formulated and put synergistically and balanced into all of these formulas, from the Coenzyme Q10 to the advanced lipotrim to the omega-3 fatty acids with vitamin E to that unique TriActive formula, so that we can keep blood pressure, blood cholesterol, and blood glucose in healthy ranges for all decades. In fact, if you're with me, you understand that the future of cardiovascular intervention is actually found in prevention. So you want to make sure that you're taking steps to get a good night's sleep, to exercise appropriately for your age and your gender, as well as your metabolic goals, that you are working to eat well and supplement to your cardiovascular and energy needs. Together, we can do this. You guys, thank you so much for spending time with me as I talk to you about the benefits of the heart health system and why it is a good and prudent solution for you. Until I get to visit with you next time, go be healthy, go be brilliant.